live now, and if not, oh well. Um, can I have our resident note taker give us a recap of what happened last week?
If I can figure out where my cat put my notebook. Yes.
Fair enough.
Someone's been ultra needy this week. Alright. We, last week, met with the Broken Oaths
Mm-hmm.
and had a conversation with them about the dragons and kind of told them everything that happened to us while we were in that weird other world. And we're asking them some questions about what happened exactly with the ritual that the matriarchs tried to do to get power from the one dragon Valeria. Uh, we were ended up they ended up telling us that we would have to talk to an actual dragon if we wanted more specific information on stuff like that, and that they had a list that they could provide us that we could contact. And then after that, they brought up that there was another group that seems to be operating kind of similarly to them, but out of the Empire, that's fighting against the Empire on the sly, which is a group of Kenku that we met up at a tailor shop. We got some super fancy outfits for going to a assassination quest at a gala. We're all gonna look real nice. It's gonna be great. We got him some hair from the Feywild for credit for the shop in order to cover the cost of a lot of our outfits.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Nah, that's solid.
Broken Oath gave us some money. That was about it.
Yep. And so I'm not sure what the party wanted to do in terms of which thread you wanted to do first. Are we looking to murder the spies at the gala right away, or do you want to try and do some digging around and decision making about the dragons?
I vote murder.
I also would like to murder.
Murder's fun.
Always down for stabbing people.
I've been told I stab people exceptionally well.
I'd like a research.
Just a quick stab.
So, Archimedes, if you would like, you can try and find a book you could read along the way on the train.
Okay.
So give me an investigation check to find a book that you think might be appropriate.
24.
Nice. Take notes. You go through a couple of old tomes in the library. There's a lot about dragons, but the one that sticks out to you is one that's called Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. And you pull that book out.
What a fantastical tome.
Yup. And you
I
pocket
am
it
Archimedes.
and decide to read that along the way.
Perfect.
What preparation does the party do? I actually am going to give you, like they would use different words for the characters, but I'm just giving you the TLDR of what each of the targets are. So, and you would know that Aster is the strongest of them all. He is a human paladin. Lyra is a human rune knight fighter. Nadia is a half-elf arcane archer fighter. Christopher is a human echo knight, also fighter. And then Draco is a human cleric. And that is what you are up against. Going to the Nemaya house, a noble family, shortly a short journey outside of the borders of the Free City. And I'll give you their characters as well.
are these people again? I forget. Sorry.
So Aster, Lyra, Nadia, Christopher, and Draco, those are spies that
Yes, those are the targets.
working as city guard.
Okay.
And Itzfan, Shamalar, and Itzmalar are the hosts of the gala. You don't know whether or not they're in or not on the spy gig. However, they host regular galas that these spies do go to.
So they're masquerading as city guard. I'm sorry, which city is it? Is it the Free City?
The Free City.
Yes.
Well. Fuck.
We should get paperwork for everybody so we can get in the party.
How are you
Am
going to do that?
I
We
am
talk
going to let's see. Can we get Thane and I maybe some professional guard for hire ID badges?
I had a completely different idea.
I was gonna say we could ask Havoc, when we drop off the cities that we finally got for him,
Mm-hmm.
and we got our points and stuff. We could ask him because he has connections to fake IDs since we're wanted in the Empire, and that's where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
I was not gonna go the guard way. Since we leveled up, I have Mask of Many Faces now, and I was gonna go that route. Unless you think it would be a better idea if I was going guard for them.
I just figure it might be better for us to stick to the cover story we originally gave.
But the people at the...
Oh, that was to the tailor shop, though. They're not
the
gonna.
tailor shop.
Well, yeah, but
there.
still.
It's up to you.
Fellowship people
Because-
also don't know that we're going to the gala to murder people.
Say that one more time, Ron.
The tailor shop people also don't know that we're going to the gala to murder people.
Yes.
Ah, fair enough.
Didn't we discuss not actually going to the party and killing them afterwards or before?
You did, but you would know that you would be the most private place you would be able to murder them would be at the party. If you're able to get them out on the grounds or something like that, because otherwise it is in the public eye.
I love the... If you want to murder them, we have to do... it's
You
just
can
so...
murder, you can murder them on the train, that is an option. But I do want to stress that it is going
That
to
would be very public.
Yes.
The mischief side of me says we can always disguise ourselves as Gatalar.
We do have someone with Mask of Many Faces who knows Godtalar.
Disguise himself as Godtalar and then push them off the train.
I'm gonna just go like this, and my form shimmers into Godtalars.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a great idea.
Oh,
But what about the rest
Were
of
we
you?
not going to the party?
I mean, Dad bought these expensive outfits that he wants to wear.
Yeah.
So
Stopping you from wearing them.
this is
Yeah,
true,
so-
but the option to be public and everything like that while wearing them, he's gonna take the opportunity if he can.
I mean,
Fair
you're going there
valid.
to murder.
Wait! What if that's the way we can get them alone? Is if I'm Godtalar, we can get them into another room so we can have a conversation.
You don't know if they know Gatalar, though.
Well, they're spy. True.
They're all... Spoiler alert, there are many spies.
Yes, there are many, many spies.
Like, imagine Hydra,
What are the chances that they know?
You don't know.
Dang it. Well,
Still, if his face is at the gala and he's associated with the murders, that's not going to look good for him. That their
in
beloved Empire
territory.
spy, right? That their beloved Empire spy is killing other Empire spies. Unfortunately, we don't know any other mafia spies. Otherwise, we could disguise ourselves as them as well.
The thing, the small hiccup with the plan, which I think that you would be able to find an answer to, is, I mean, Gatalar is going to probably have witnesses of him being wherever he's at.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to figure out either a time or to make a way for him to not have witnesses for that day, so he has less of a leg to stand on.
We stuff him in the closet until it's over.
When does he
What
go
if
to
we
bed?
all just got masks? The Broken Oath masks. They don't care what their public perception is.
That's
I-
true.
And we're killing guards, so like,
It
it's gonna
fits with
be
what
just
they've
in
been
line.
doing.
I had an idea about that. Because if, let's say we can get these 5 spies in the, like, if we can get even one of them, and we show our face as the Broken Oath, they're 100% know who we are. And if we talk to them about it and be like, hey, give us information, give us spy network, and you might be able to walk out of here.
His plan just keeps getting darker and darker.
And then we stab them anyways.
Yes,
Job is to assassinate them.
I know.
Yeah.
But getting information first, a lot better.
Yeah.
This isn't Thane thinking, this is me thinking. Thane is just like, stab him.
I mean, if they're good spies, they're not going to give information. That's what makes them good spies.
I mean, there's no harm in trying.
Exactly.
There's no harm
So,
to us in trying.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're gonna die anyway, so they may as well die horribly.
Well,
Whoa!
Oh,
Whoa!
goodness.
Damn.
Whoa! Okay, so
I'm
we
just
need-
saying.
You're not wrong. We just need fake paperwork to get us into this party. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're gonna have to get the fake paperwork for everybody to get in the party.
Fake names, stuff like that.
I am a tiny owl. No
Yeah.
amount of fake paperwork is going to deter from that.
Do you have alter self or disguise self?
No, why would I change perfection?
duck, and then you could be a tiny duck.
How dare
Oh.
you?
Oh my goodness.
How dare you?
I think turning
You
him
use
into a
some
duck,
strawberry water.
or with how prickly he can be, a goose.
Yeah,
A goose.
They do hiss and they do have teeth.
geese are kind of vicious.
They are.
I have seen.
Right.
Love them.
I have seen a goose attack somebody before.
I
It's
have been
not
attacked by a goose.
Yeah.
Oh, you were fine.
I was viciously attacked by a goose.
Goose trauma.
Oh, the geese. Okay. We should
Uh.
talk to our connections about getting fake paperwork within the mafias.
If this is a well-known gala that happens regularly, do we know, like, are there invitations that would have to be faked?
It's not necessarily a well-known gala. They're well-known nobles who have regular galas, so it seems like it seems more like an intimate thing where they know the people coming, which, imagine it, just like this, like, you're here every week every Sunday night we all get together, and I would very much notice if there was more of us here. It's slightly bigger.
So-
You get the sense that it's more than just the 5 of them, but it's you know, a regular group.
Remind me again why we can't kill them after the train stops and before we get to the gala.
Because there is a paved, like it's a paved road straight from the train station to their home, and that stop is like specifically for the people that live there, and like you are within eyesight of the guard at that station.
And we are in Empire territory at that point.
Yeah.
Do we know it?
It's
I'm
I'm not
looking
sure
at
if
the
anyone like, it's hard for me to describe it. Like, I have a very specific picture in my head because like it's a very European style like train station. It's not like, you know, one at a major city. It's like how like a tram is in a way. And like it's just one road where like the rich people live on, and then there's a guard at that station where they're able to see onto like the front lawns of the rich people. The backyards are, you know, more obscured.
So, my question is, what would happen if we went to Sven with this? Because he is the captain of the guard. What if we were just like, hey, buddy, you got spies here?
You would
I have
need-
handed him spies before.
You have.
Yeah, what happened to those spies?
I have no
Oh, no.
idea.
Which spies did you hand him again? Remind me.
You didn't give me any names. You just gave me a stack of papers that exposed 8 Empire spies to him.
Okay, I wasn't. That was like a lot of like background stuff. Would you have checked in on that at that point, or is that a question that you're going to come to him next with?
Oh, while we're in town, I'll totally go ask him what happened.
Okay.
So I'm curious.
Yeah, they had incriminating information, so they are currently arraigned, and there is a trial going on. They have not been, like, permanently, you know, imprisoned or executed, but it's looking likely. Not that the go-to is execution, but it's looking likely that there's going to be, like, lifetime-worthy repercussions going on. But you don't have any proof necessarily on these ones, is the catch. So if you're willing to put it in Sven's hands and give him a lead, he can definitely go and run with it. But that is your choice to make.
If I'm thinking of an idea, do we know these guards are in the city like right now, right?
You don't know which precinct they're at. You've only been given names.
What if... Okay, who here can disguise themselves?
I think
1, 2...
Avery can.
Avery can as well?
Can I?
Hey,
My
disguise
brain's
some.
not working.
Yeah, you disguise yourself as Tom Hanks.
Oh, right, yeah, I have that spell.
Yep.
Alright, it's been a while.
Yep.
For half a minute, I can step into the ethereal plane.
Okay. I was thinking that somehow we could infiltrate that group and then can get the information that way, but I don't know how we would be able to do that. Never
You
mind.
You would need
No.
like writing. You would need at least 2 other city guard that you trust. Sven could be one of them, and Sven can probably, you know, pull someone else in. But it would have to be like they would have to witness it at, you know, at the same time that you're getting that information from them. So all viable things you could do.
Because
Question.
as... Oh, go for it.
We have their names.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a city registry where we could go and just look up their addresses?
Yes and no. If
City
they are,
friendly.
well, you're not wrong to think about that. For those that own their homes, yes, there would be. For those that rent, there would not.
Because we could
Mm.
potentially take a couple of them out here,
Mm.
and then we'd have less people to deal with going to the gala.
Mm-hmm.
If they even ended up going, we could probably just kill them all in the city.
Now, the one hang up with that is if there's a sudden hit on one or two of their friends, then the rest might be extracted.
very quickly.
And
And
the rest
as
of them may
well,
not go to the gala.
like the 3 people who are having the gala, I want to know if they are a part of it. That's the thing.
So,
If
oh, sorry, just to interrupt briefly, Kit. The other thing is, like, if you wanted to take them out one by one, if you were able to find their addresses, like doing that in an evening, that is something that you could do. I didn't want to dissuade you from that, but I just wanted to let you know that doing one or two probably will not result in what you're looking for. Go ahead, Kit.
my idea was if we can somehow take out 2 of them without the like, let's say 2 of them, like, wasn't there a uh father and
Nephew.
an uncle and a nephew?
Hmm.
If we can take both of them out and impersonate them
Mm-hmm.
with the group while we go to the gala, we can get all the information right there. But that's a big if. Do you guys see what my plan is there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
If
we could
one
certainly
of us
try
can,
it.
Hmm.
yeah,
It'd definitely
if
get
one
us
of
at
us
least
can,
closer.
That one just
yeah,
has a lot higher stakes.
yeah,
Stuff
yeah.
Hmm.
If
going
one of
on.
us can infiltrate the group and like keep in the group while we have taken out already 1 or 2 of them, we go to the gala. Everybody still goes to the gala no matter what. But then we are inside with the group. And as soon as we leave, guess what? We are with them and we can take them out right then.
Yeah.
How does everybody feel about that?
Mm.
Gonna take a lot of bullshit, but it could work. That's a very good possibility.
I mean, we can try it. It's just that we don't know anything about these people, so pretending to be them is
We
going to be
find
very
the
difficult.
information then when we take them
Yeah,
out.
we can just raid their shit.
Interrogate them, raid their shit. Exactly.
You would have to observe them more because there's mannerisms and talking patterns. So yeah, you can definitely raid their stuff and learn more about them. But when you're walking with your friends and they're acting off, you don't go, "Oh, what's your favorite color? What's your birthday?" You
Yeah.
notice that they're off because they're not using the same speech pattern and mannerisms.
Do we have time to observe them or no?
You're not on a time crunch necessarily, but you can't spend forever on this. You get the
Yeah.
sense that the Broken Oaths want this done sooner than later.
So if we take, when is the gala? I was gonna ask when the gala is,
It's every other week on a Tuesday.
and what day is it now?
It is a Saturday.
We take the next 2-3 days, pick 2 of them that are most of the time together, 2 or 3 of them that are most of the time together, as in the uncle and the nephew. Then as soon as Tuesday night hits, no, that Monday morning, Monday afternoon, we take those 2 out, infiltrate the group, boom, all the information right there.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Cool.
I came up with that on the spot, but okay, let's go.
Let's write that down. I realize I'm still not feeling good. I don't have the spoons in me to go to play out the rest of it. But I can stick around a little bit longer if you wanted to have a discussion about the dragons and what you wanted to do with that. So maybe like another 15 minutes. I thought I'd be feeling better by now, but unfortunately, headaches suck.
Respect the spoons.
Yeah. So on the Discord channel, there are 3 dragons that Reason gave you, all of which are ancient. I know I mentioned it briefly in chat today, but like you wouldn't be able to make, the present yourself. There's going to be some form of quest that you have to do to get this, and this and also the present for information is going to be different for the present to get in. The present to get in is going to be a lot lower stakes than the present for information. So if you, and they'll give you that quest, so I don't want you to think that you have to get like this legendary item from a different plane to get in, but it's going to have to be something like the equivalent of like a very rare or a rare or 2 rare things that you have to get as a present for them. So there's Sarset, the ancient emerald dragon, who is a fan of cultural artifacts and rare music. There's Arcellus, a moonstone dragon who likes pranks, and they like artwork, star iconography, astrology tools, star maps. And then there's Grydig, the Topaz Dragon, who likes skulls of great beasts, most of which from other planes, and they are painted, all of them. They also like treasures of nautical themes, images of the sun, and mirrors.
Did you say nautical?
Mm-hmm.
As in boat?
Oh yeah.
Finally.
I mean...
So what's the party thinking? And you also have their personalities and sort of main defining features.
I was
I
mentioning in
think
the chat. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that either the Moonstone Dragon or the Topaz Dragon would work the best for our group.
That was my thought. We don't have like a storyteller or a bard or anything like that, so I feel like the music one isn't gonna work out too well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the closest we have is like Robert's ability to bullshit, and then like Dad's dad, who's a bard. So,
And while I can bullshit, I don't think I can bullshit a dragon.
yeah,
Actually went into bar, but I can't have all this on me.
We have a bard now?
Well, we also wouldn't be able to give them anything that, like, we made
No.
or anything. Casey already said that. I was thinking more along the lines of personality. We'd just get along with someone snarky or someone prankster a lot more than someone just stoic and respectful, to be perfectly honest.
yeah.
I am attracted to the prank dragon.
Just personality-wise, our group would get along with one of those 2 dragons a lot better and be a lot less likely to accidentally offend.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen though. It's our group.
It's gonna be less likely though.
Mm-hmm.
It is less
Y'all better
likely
be on your
to
best
happen.
behaviors, because if you offend a dragon, you get eaten.
Everyone's gonna be
Very
nice.
Remember, you are crunchy and taste good with ketchup.
I do like the Topaz one. I'm leaning towards the Topaz, but I like both of them.
I feel like Topaz would work better with the entire party, but the Moonstone Dragon would be more fun.
That's fair.
Because with the Topaz Dragon, he wants a skull, so we just go fight a big thing and
Yeah, we go kill a
kill
big
it,
thing.
and then we get some really cool painter guy, Dad, to paint some really cool stuff on it.
Or Sasquatch.
I vote
Or Sad Squatch.
Yes.
we do that anyways
Or
because
both.
having a random skull
No,
painted
that's-
with Van Gogh art would be really cool. But
No, I agree. I agree.
I agree.
The other thing that's Kip and someone else said, like, you could try and appeal to both. You know, you could get information from both of them.
Both is good.
We could talk
That's
to
good.
both of them.
So then it's a
But-
matter of, you know, which order you would do first if that ends up being your case. But then you're spending a lot, like, then that means you're going to be spending a lot of time out of the city and away from sort of like the political, you know, being in the know of that sort of stuff if you're going that route.
Yeah, the Broken Oaths have a sending stone to us. They can let us know if something bad happens.
Mm-hmm.
They better let us know if
Well,
something
no, that's
bad
the thing.
happens.
So, if something bad happens, you'll know, and probably will be able to get back in a decent amount of time. But you won't be around to, you know, suss out anything and prevent it from happening.
So if somebody gets assassinated, or we won't be able to prevent it.
Pretty much. But what you're doing is still important because you're going for, you know, the big picture stuff. And this is kind of something that every party has to understand and wrestle with. You know, are your quests going to help the day to day, or are you going to help the overall? And you don't
Remember,
have to
this is just planning it.
Exactly. And this doesn't have to be, you know, a defining feature for forever. It's just more like for the next arc, is this going to be a day-to-day or a big picture? And that's what the party has to decide.
I vote
I
we go for the Moonstone Dragon first if we do one of them. Personally.
That gravitates for that anyway.
So we need to find something artistic that can't be made by us. What if we go rob a museum?
They could.
I mean, they do love pranks.
And we're good at robbing.
We could go and find like a really nice constellation-y type art piece because they like space, and we could have Dad make a knockoff of it that's really obviously a knockoff with like something funny on it, and we could switch them out, and then we can tell them the story about what happened and what we left in its place.
I think we
There you
should
go.
do that to Avery's parents.
God.
I think Kaz is dead, but
Leave his
Finally, I
parents
get
out
to
of
meet
this.
them.
No, I think that would be spectacular.
are we traveling to Cartamanga?
Would prefer we didn't rob my parents. Since they're my parents.
Listen,
But anyone else in Cartamanga's free game.
they rob other people, so really...
They... You know... Technically, yes, they do, because that's what archaeologists do. But...
But
That's it. I can't argue, actually, yeah.
So it's settled. We're
Legal.
robbing Avery's parents.
woot.
I'm kidding, it's not settled. That's just my idea, but I think it would be funny if we did.
Mm-hmm.
We could always go up to the wildlands and just hunt a beast.
Although, I mean, at that point, we could steal a artifact of significant cultural significance. I know I said significance twice, but you know. And then we could also go for the Emerald Dragon. Why have one dragon when you could have 3 dragons?
That is true.
Yeah. But the Emerald Dragon's more likely to eat us.
Yeah.
Because we're assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but we could always just bring them something really sick and then they can't eat us, because we brought them something really sick.
You know, the issue with dragons
They'll
is
just
that
eat us.
they're sentient, and so they can change their minds very quickly.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Oh, we can fight an ancient dragon right now.
Can
I
we?
don't think we can. I don't think we can, but we might
We're
be
gonna
able
die.
to.
I don't think
I
that's in
think
the
we should.
cards.
I might be able to live 1 breath attack, maybe 2 if I make both saves.
Ancient,
Maybe?
no. Young adult, yeah.
And we chose ancient because we want the information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think we would be able to take on one. I don't think so.
No.
So I'm sure whichever one we go for, we'd be able to do research and figure out where to go get the super rare objects that they would like.
Mm-hmm.
Who we could steal those from.
Why don't we find out about the Moonstone Dragon first?
Okay.
Like, where can we find
I'm
a
down for
star?
Moonstone.
Give me an investigation check on the book as you're reading through it. Trying to focus on the Moonstone Dragon. And its name.
22.
I don't know about you. So you would learn, and it kind of sticks out to you because, you know, you've also been dealing with a shadow dragon as well. And it's not necessarily, like, these are just kind of collected tales of different, like, lore about the different dragons that existed long, long ago. So all of these are quite old. And you don't know how true, how accurate they are now. But there is a Moonstone Dragon that lines up with Arcelus's age, whose sibling was banished to the Shadowfell and remains banished. And you would get the sense that that particular dragon either is lonely because of it or vengeful because of it. And so if you were to approach it to try and get context clues to figure out which one of those it is, and to potentially be ready to travel to the Shadowfell to help unimprison it, if that is what, if you're going to try and get a quest from them.
Does it say who banished them?
It does not. You would also know that Moonstone Dragon Lairs, unlike most dragon lairs, they kind of exist at multiple places at one time. So, it's possible that this Moonstone Dragon, like, once upon a time had a lair in the Shadowfell, but must not have access to it anymore. I was gonna say, I'm just trying to read what else you would get from there.
You know about a portal to the Shadowfell?
Not-
Or some... I thought we did. Okay, I
Well,
thought there was one of...
You went to see that, like, when you saw the 2 dragons, the Mirage and the Shadow Dragon, that felt like what the Shadowfell, like the same vibes, but you were not in the Shadowfell.
I thought we knew about one that was somewhere in the Wildlands, or there was like a portal somewhere in there to someplace. I don't remember if it was. I must have been making something up in my head.
You wouldn't be wrong. If there were a portal that like you would have potentially encountered, it would have been there. But I don't think that you encountered the thing. Maybe just heard about it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what if we go to the Shadowfell and find the other dragon?
Mm-hmm. You would also know that a Moonstone Dragon's lair is very cozy. It's probably the closest to like what a humanoid would describe as a home. But the bridge between rooms are like walking on clouds. But you fly.
Okay. What about Topaz Dragons?
Does Archimedes give me another investigation check on the same book?
10.
So you get more information about the lair, but not about the dragon specifically. But you know that they are seafaring. They tend to be by the sea, so you imagine that there's probably going to be some parts of this dragon's lair that are submerged underwater.
No, thank you.
What?
No, thank you.
Yep. They are pretty solitary. So while the Moonstone Dragon, it would be upset over losing a sibling, a Topaz Dragon would be like, yes, silence at last. They also like to be always in the sun, and their lairs are decorated with mirrors to make them look bigger and brighter. So you imagine that if you like, even if you don't have sunlight sensitivity, you would essentially have sunlight sensitivity in that lair.
That sounds like hell for our drow friends.
Yeah.
Moonstone.
Moonstone.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And what was the plan for a gift for the Moonstone?
Research.
Find a painting. We have to find a painting
to find something
someone.
that they would like.
Yeah.
Avery,
Think
give
of
me a
the-
history check.
Sure. Looking for something related to the astrology, or just a really old, really nice painting they'd appreciate. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
History check.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be +8, so a 25.
Nice. In one of your archaeological conventions that your parents dragged you along to when you were a kid, you remember them meeting a circle of druids in Caramanga that are pretty reclusive. They don't tend to go to these things, but they had something that they felt the world not the world, but like some researchers should know about, and showed up just this once to let other researchers copy it, and then they went back to their not convent, but like
Enclave.
Thank you. Away from most established towns and cities. And you're pretty sure that if you asked your parents, they would remember at least some information about it. And you would remember them because they were all like they were like these Circle of Stars druids were all tieflings, and their skin was all different colors of the night and evening and early morning sky, with star-like freckles on their skin. So easy to spot, but you've never seen anyone like them before, and you haven't seen anyone like them since. And you imagine that if you're able to get that artifact, you would be able to, that would make a fine gift for the ancient dragon. And you know that they tend to worry most about nature. So if you were able to solve some sort of conflict that's going on in the area around them, they would be willing to give that up, because you also know that, like, they wouldn't give it up to, like, you know, a museum or this, that, or the other thing, but they would give it up to, on behalf of a dragon. Like, if you say, hey, we
that and throwing in the fact that we're trying to stop the planes from converging.
Exactly. So
might help a little bit with that one.
Yeah. So you would have the, like, the means to, like, with, like, this is, like, you know, a super rare, ancient, you know, this is not something that they would just give to any rando, but you have enough cards in your pocket to be able to exchange that, but you probably will have to do just, like, a little bit of work to help them out before they're able to truly trust you.
He thinks about it, and he's just, y'all want to make a deal with a group of base tieflings?
That sounds like the best Saturday night ever.
Sure.
Oh.
Base tiefling sounds amazing.
I mean, why not?
What do we have to lose?
Yeah.
Probably a lot,
Getting
but we have
eaten by
so
a
much
dragon?
to gain.
Our
I was
lives.
gonna say, we can only use the what do we have to lose so many times.
Mm-hmm.
We could get eaten by a dragon at any minute.
I mean, we can keep using it until we lose something even more drastic.
We are wanted by the Empire right now.
Eh,
They could
We'll
send
be
their
fine.
asses at us at any point.
Well,
We
you
have a
know
sad
that
squatch
you
if
have
want to.
you have that portal that gets you right to the border of Brookwind.
Yeah.
So, you know, you do that, and then, like, 2 hours travel and you're, you know, in Brookwind. And from there it's an easy trip to Cartamanga. And I'm okay with fast tracking that travel if you're okay with not getting any lore about Brookwind. Like, if you're just looking to just, like, hurry the fuck up, we can get you to the area that you're looking for that is at least nearby the druids. But that's only if you're willing to not get information about the area. The travel time from Brookwind to the area that you're looking to get to is 10 days. That is including... well, so here's the thing. To get through Brookwind is 1 day. To get into the remote location of Cartamanga where these druids exist, that's the 9-day travel. Because Brookwind has trains and high-speed rails, but Cartamanga does not.
Avery,
Yeah.
would your parents be able to get us faster travel?
Probably not. It would take longer to get to them to explain what's going on than it would to just go straight there.
Or can they send someone, anyone to meet us there?
The
Once
druids are in
again-
a remote location.
They live kind of in the middle of nowhere. I don't know how much faster we could go than, like, renting horses and just going.
Do we know anybody that could get us good travel?
Unless you know someone with
Like-
a teleport spell that could get us there, and you can't do that if you haven't been there before.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, reason,
But
but
he hasn't been there.
can he scry on that?
You can't scry in a place that you aren't familiar with, or on a person you're not.
It's
Dang
just gonna
it.
be
I mean,
10
you
days
can,
travel.
but, like, yeah.
It'll
But
be
if
hard.
you ever wanted to go back there again, you know, and you wanted to borrow reason, you could. But he's not going to help you. or like he just can't help you in this particular scenario.
Yeah, in this scenario, it's just gonna be 10 days travel. There's not really much we can do about that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
How
and the
about
only way
the
I
boat?
have to communicate with my
Boats don't go into forests.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
not
know.
how
I
boats
was like,
work.
I don't know.
But
I
I'm
was
going
trying
to
to think of
assume that you're going
any
to do the assassination before this particular one, because it'd be almost a month by the time you're back.
Sure.
Yeah.
And remind me what I. Oh, you were going to do information gathering to see where the two lived?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You have Archimedes, who I assume you would be willing to help.
Mhm.
You would be able to find the location of the uncle and of, like looking through ye old yellow pages of Aster and the uncle, as they do own homes, but the rest of them do not. 1 second. I'm just trying to find the... Oh, it's not letting me do it. So the catch is you can either get those two different ones and you could try and take them out in one night, but they're not the uncle nephew pair. You can safely say that I'm just letting you know without having the nephew does not live with the uncle.
Okay.
So, or you can try and get information from the uncle to try and get where the nephew lives.
Well, the plan was to stalk them for 2.5 days first, so
Mm-hmm.
we might see them interact with each other.
What? If that is how you want to spend the time, you may, but you're going to have to make stealth checks to not get picked up.
Well, we already said that we were going to try and follow them so we could pick up on their mannerisms anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who would be taking their positions would be the ones, like, having to follow them and having to keep track of them, correct?
Yeah, so whoever is going to be impersonating them should be, yeah.
Yeah, that to be me, Dad, or Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Who are we more comfortable with going into that group?
The other thing, if you don't mind me suggesting, not that you're going to be asked to perform magic on command, but I think you should take their classes into consideration as well. Aster is a paladin, so if someone's impersonating him, you probably want someone who's able to do healing spells to at least, in case something happens, you can, pretend to do the thing. Like, if you may not know to lay on hands, but a cure wounds looks like a lay on hands to the,
I can lay on hands.
You could catch these hands.
No, I'm an Asmar. I can lay on hands.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Can
Yep.
you disguise self?
No.
Yeah.
And then I
You
forget
have a 2-minute slot for a hat of disguise?
I think so. I don't think I have anything attuned, actually.
But remember,
You
we
can-
were trying to do the pair, the uncle and...
Yeah, but if we can't, we'll take what we can get. So.
Yeah, true. That's
And
very
besides,
true.
the uncle's a cleric, so kind of the same issue.
Oh yeah.
Wait, I
was
can
like,
I can do cure wounds at the very least, so I could impersonate a cleric.
I can impersonate an Echo Knight. I can impersonate a knight, a fighter.
And Echo Knight is able to make like a copy of themselves.
Copies.
On second thought, maybe I should take the Echo Knight because I can do not that exactly, but pretend to do it at least. Don't know why they'd need to do that going to a gala, but
No, but like I just wanted you to not get stuck. If like one of them trips and falls and looks and is like, "Hey, can you heal this up for me?" and you're like,
yeah. So in that case, yeah, having healers take the healing pieces at the very least would be beneficial. So I can follow the uncle. since I can do cure wounds as an artificer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. And then who's following Aster?
Oh, is there any way we can try and find the nephew though
You can try
during the day? Yeah.
but how are we dividing the party thing? Because you have no guarantee that he's going to interact with the uncle. So I'm asking, like, what would everyone want to do in those 2.5 days? Because I imagine you don't want the whole party following this guy and then getting, being SOL if he doesn't interact with the nephew.
We need 2 people on Aster, because Aster is the backup plan, but also the best plan. So, who planned on taking over for Aster because of the cure wounds thing?
That also has healing. That's what his circle is, actually. So he has like Balm of the Summer Court where, yeah, so, he can also do one of the healers.
Would that be more cleric or paladin?
Kind of the same, except for lay on hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it has a slightly more cleric flavor. Slightly. Possibly. But they're pretty close.
Because we have Avery and a Hat of Disguise, and then me. I'll just be the backup plan to if we can find the nephew, I can be the nephew. Because that would work better with the uncle and the nephew, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And do we have anyone else trying anything different to find the nephew?
I'm trying to find the nephew, so.
How?
How?
Mm-hmm.
Can I talk to Sven and see, hey, I've got a lead, we might have a lead. Is there any way you can tell me what precinct this person is, being stationed at?
So Thane, not to be a dick,
yeah, he doesn't trust me.
Yeah. And he very
Avery.
much does not talk. Exactly.
Avery.
Talk to Sven
Yeah.
and say, hey, I have a lead on someone who might be related to the spy network, but we're not sure. Can you tell me where he works, just so I could get eyes on him and see if he interacts with somebody that I know is involved?
And Sven would ask, and if I give you this information, will you make sure that he is tried through legal means and does not fall into mafia justice?
He doesn't laugh. I'm laughing.
I know.
I'm not doing this as part of the mafia, so there's no reason why they would find out about it.
Are you trying to dodge the question?
Partially, yeah. I mean, he is answering the question he wouldn't fall to mafia justice, because why would the mafia know about this?
Give me a persuasion check then. Since you're dodging, you're not actively you are deceiving, but I feel like this is you trying to.
It's the same number.
Okay.
That's a nat 20 plus 8.
Oh my god. Yeah, Sven is very cautious about this. You could get the sense that he wouldn't typically do this, but he and Avery have good rapport, and also Avery just seems so convincing in this moment. And I'll give you with this sort of persuasion check that you would know that if this guy does somehow fall to mafia justice, it's going to break a lot of trust between you and Sven. So if
mafia justice, it's happening outside of the Free City.
No, I know. So you're going to have to just make sure that his death looks extra not mafia in order to maintain it.
Okay, we're gonna need to cast at least one darkness spell while we're out there, guys.
Why don't we just blame it on the broken oaths?
Yeah, no, that's we're doing it for them.
Wait, but doesn't he know that you work with them? That they're
No.
Me?
Or
no.
that they not you, Thane. I thought that you told him that the broken oaths are working for the city, or like they're not evil, essentially.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't have that conversation with him. I told him that I got this information from somebody related to them, but that I wasn't able to talk to them, and I fucking lied to his face. But he believed me because he's a good liar. But that was also before we had actually like
trusted them,
had real conversations with them, so it was half a lie.
Yeah.
But he told him that he got all of this information about them being spies from another group who had been investigating, and that he couldn't tell them the name of that other group to prevent, incrimination issues. He understands. He's a captain of the guard.
Yep.
Sometimes you have to protect your sources. So yeah, I never actually said the broken oaths.
Perfect. So yeah, no, then definitely framing the broken.
If I look like a broken oath guy and I just stab him.
Yep.
I just put the mask on before you stab him. We're good.
Exactly.
Yep. And you would definitely want to stab him like at his home, or just not at the precinct, because if you do that at the precinct, then would be a little too suspicious, but not so much that he'd be like, "Yep, fuck you, Avery."
We are going to have to do that right before the other ones leave, or like as they're leaving, because otherwise they're gonna catch on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be like a en route kind of thing, and then we keep going.
Just sweep them.
The nephew and the so now we are confirmed we have the information on the nephew, right?
I know where he works.
You know where he works, and with a good stealth check, you'll be able to know where he lives.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
Please do.
But we can, while they're heading to the thing, off a couple of them.
16.
Take their place so the people who are getting on the train don't know that it's happened until it's too late.
Luckily for you, the nephew, there's some of them with good passive perceptions. The nephew is not one of them. So you are able to safely make your way to his home. You could give me an insight check with disadvantage to pick up some mannerisms. If you want to stick around and try and peek through his home, you could give me a listen in at the windows. You could give me a stealth check to get an insight check without disadvantage.
I'm trying to see if I have any way of making it easier for myself. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Say it one more time.
So you can choose to only get information about his mannerisms on the walk home that you follow him, and you can insight him with disadvantage. Or you could stick around. You would have to make another stealth check, but you can try and listen in through the windows, pick up speech patterns, that sort of stuff. And you can insight check him with a straight roll. You can try and have a conversation with him along the way, but you're going to have to have a reason to talk to him.
Ask about the weather.
What if I'm disguised as another guard or something like that? Would that work? No. I'd have to be disguised as.
You can run up to him and tell him that your cat is stuck up in a tree, and that could be wild shaped in a tree. Get him to help you.
He's not a
Would
fireman.
that work? What?
I don't know. That's what came to mind.
But Dad should
Archimedes,
also
what did you
be
say?
observing the other one right now, so we're just assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Archimedes, what did you say?
We were
Well,
just
he's not
assuming.
a fireman.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. What am I better at? I'm good at deception. I'm good at stealth. Huh. I think I'm gonna try another stealth check. And can anybody give me a boost in
No,
any way?
You are alone.
You're alone.
Okay. Even better this time, 18.
Okay, give me an insight check.
Insight. Of course I roll a 5, 12.
Even with the 12, you were able to pick up that luckily has a similar walking pattern to yours. Like, the gait of your walking speed is very similar. He just has a bit more of a gangly bounce to his knee. Like, he's not done growing yet. He's definitely, like, in his, like, you know, early 20s, so it's not like he's, like, a teenager. But it seems like he went through a recent growth spurt and is still getting used to it. So you could intuit that he's probably a little clumsy here and there. And he also has a very distinct, annoying laugh.
Can I replicate that laugh?
With the proper charisma check, you can.
Would that be a performance?
Yeah,
A deception?
performance.
Guess what? I have proficiency in performance because of
Nice.
Drunken Master. Haha.
I love it.
22.
You can, yeah, you're good with the laugh.
Perfect.
Flax, what have you been up to?
I think. I'm trying to figure. I guess he's helping out with the trying to research stuff.
Nice.
Don't have a lot of stealth benefits here. You definitely don't want him trying to sneak around.
What would you be trying to research?
We try to find just more information on the, like, gala in general, the kind of people.
Yeah. So we'll have you look up the names of the people that are hosting it. So
Okay.
give me either an investigation or a history check.
Do investigation. So that's 15 then.
All right. With a 15, you can tell that this family owns some sort of like coal mining business. So they're not ones to get their hands dirty, but they are able, like they control a lot of factories and plants that mine coal and distribute it. You would know with that 15 that they're probably not like they're not like very well regarded necessarily in terms of like noble status, because if like the highest status noble is more of a politician or some sort of like musician that like or not like a traveling bard, but like an orchestral bard. You know, things where they work in like high society, quote unquote. So the fact that the nature of their business relies a lot on blue collar workers and commoners, quote unquote. They're probably more down to earth, not down to earth, but like on the lower end of nobles. And you would get the sense that this party is them trying to ingratiate themselves into other noble houses. So you would get the sense that like they're probably not spies themselves, but they're also probably willing to help spies to, you know, boost their status. So they might have some dealings, but they're not necessarily loyal to any particular cause besides themselves.
Just trying to boost up their name.
Mm-hmm. Tide, what are you doing? Tide.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I just got back.
It's okay.
What is going on?
What would Tide want to do to help out? We've got Flax doing some research. We've got Thane following the nephew. We've got 2 people following the uncle and Aster. So you can either attempt to help one of them follow the other 2 targets, or you can do something different.
I'll help with the target.
Okay. Would you rather help, or Dad, are you alone right now, or are you going with someone else? You're muted.
I think he's alone right now.
Okay, so why don't you could help Dad out? The dynamic duo.
Yep.
Once again.
Heck yeah.
BFFs.
All right. Let's go to Aster. Is that Dad and Tide?
Honestly, I lost track.
Oh no, we said you were the cleric, so you'd be with going after the uncle.
Okay.
So give me a stealth check to sneak around their home and kind of like stake it out. And this could be done with advantage because you 2 are helping each other.
We're giving the rogue advantage? Oh no.
I know.
Hold on. There's math. That would be a 27.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
When the rogue does
Is
Um,
plus 11.
dangerous.
So I will. Yeah. I'm curious whether you would want to. No, we're going with insight checks. So, because you're trying to gain his mannerisms.
Advantage or no?
Not advantage on this one.
Okay. 14.
With the 14, you would be able to tell that he has a very authoritative air about him. He is slightly cocky. Think Gaston. Like, you haven't seen him in his full cockiness, but like he's definitely someone that, like, if he were to start boasting, no one would be surprised. But you don't really see him. You don't have the opportunity to see him boast.
Okay.
He does have a wife, and you always see him, you know, the one habit you pick up is him always sort of just like rubbing at the ring, almost as if making sure it's there still. And he loves his ale.
Okay. So act like a douchebag. Got it.
Avery and Robbie, you are following the cleric. Give me a stealth check. You can do this with advantage because the 2 of you are helping each other.
Cool. Dirty 20.
Cool. Oh, that is good because his passive was 18. You 2 are able to stake out by his house, sitting kind of like it's a small, like, I'm trying to like imagine like not rural but suburban London with the little front garden and a half fence, and you're able to wait until the cover of night, and you slip in and you sit down underneath the window, and you're playing cards with one another, so that passersby really don't think anything of it. Like, maybe they just think that you're just, you know, you either live there or you're just harmless, you know, passersby that just wanted to sit down somewhere nice and play cards.
Just a couple of guys being dudes.
Pretty much. So it's very much a hiding in plain sight sort of thing. Give me an insight check to try and overhear, and like peek in every now and again to...
Dirty 20.
Nice.
17.
Sounds good. You are able to notice in the window that there is a ornate sort of vase thing, and you realize that after some time that it is an urn. So it seems, and he does seem kind of a little lonesome. So you imagine he must have had a recent death with his partner. You don't know how recent, but enough that there's, you know, a sort of loneliness to the home. The dishes are piling up. The house isn't like dirty, but it's definitely, you know, not taken care of as well as it should. And you notice that he always has his holy symbol out, and he's praying whenever he can. Very pious.
So wait, who did I follow then? Because if that's the cleric.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's...
Oh, shit.
That was
I
the
swapped
paladin.
them. I swapped them. So the cleric... So the information that you're getting now, that should have been what Dad saw.
So I get the cocky, arrogant
You get the
person.
cocky, arrogant jerk.
Perfect.
Yup.
Avery can do that really well.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, Aster is the cocky, arrogant, Gaston-like thing. And then Draco, I believe, is the cleric. He had a recent death of his partner. You can't tell from the ashes whether it was his husband or wife. Sorry.
What?
Hard to tell.
Can I
but,
check?
yeah.
Can I check for ghosts?
No.
No.
I'm the ghost man.
Oh my god. I mean, you
He
are.
is a ghost hunter.
And you can tell that there's an immediate difference in his mannerisms when he's quote unquote on the job versus at home. Because when he's on the job, he's pretty stoic, and when he's at home, he is constantly praying.
Bummer.
Rip.
Mm-hmm. And you would notice that he is a cleric of Helm. I think that's it, H-E-L-M.
Of hell?
Helm.
Helm.
Oh. I like my version better, honestly.
Same.
You can give me, we'll have Dad do the check, or no, we'll just swap it, oops, but we'll know that, you know, who's impersonating who and all that stuff. So the two that are watching, either of you can give me a religion check to know more about Helm.
What about so both of them worship Helm?
I didn't give you that information.
Oh.
But I think that one would, because they got like a dirty 20 and Dad got like a...
Never mind. I was like, wait.
26.
Yeah, so you would know that they are a lawful neutral deity. They're known as the Watcher, and they're the god of guardians and protectors. Which would give you insight to him a little bit, in the sense that he probably believes what he's doing is right, and he's not acting out of evil or malice.
Well, that's unfortunate. Still gonna have to kill him.
Yep, nice motive, still murder.
Nice. Still dead.
Yep.
So now we have to decide who we're taking out.
Mm-hmm.
Or are we going to take out all three? Yes. You're feeling better?
I am feeling better. I may or may not be able to run a combat, but like I've definitely I've turned around a bit.
I am glad. So now we have to decide who are we going to be impersonating.
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing 2 or are we doing 3?
Depends on how many you're trying to take out.
Here's the issue. We would have to kill them all in rapid succession. And the paladin is, we were told, the hardest person to kill, like the most of a fighter person. So
You
we should
seem
probably
to-
focus on the uncle and nephew. We have to kill them very fast and then take their places.
One more time.
We had to take the uncle and the nephew out.
Yeah, because you said that the paladin was the worst fighter, and if we're trying to kill people very, very quickly to take their places within like an hour, can't.
Well, if you're doing it in the middle of the night or something like that,
Oh,
Well, it's going to be really hard to pin on the Broken Oath if there's nobody around to see it.
right. You are correct.
So we have to kill them like as they're going to the train, and then get away, take their spots, and get on the train before their
Yep.
friends find out that they're dead.
Yep. Okay, now I'm catching up.
and the only one we have to make look like a Broken Oath's murder is the...
Oh yeah, the other guy could just get
Nephew.
stabbed in the back in
Yeah.
an alleyway or something. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the one that I found out where he is, how we have to make that look like a Broken Oath's murder, or Sven will never trust me again.
That's very easy, because all I have to do is this. Boop. Mask.
Yeah.
Because we can take out the uncle whenever. Like, we could take him out the... Well, do we want to impersonate him as a guard the entire day? No.
We could take him out the evening before, though.
Yeah. Well,
'Cause
when
I
is...
doubt that they meet up every night for drinks or something. I don't know.
Mm.
Can take him out when he's at
We
home
didn't
alone
notice anything.
before the next day.
Yeah, and you would like he is lonesome, you know, so if you're going to kill one overnight, that's probably the one because Aster has a wife.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
So...
Oh, sorry, and 2 kids. You would have gotten that information at least.
Oh, we have to kill a dad. Ah.
Eh.
It's Gaston. It's fine.
He's Gaston.
So yeah,
Well-
we could kill the uncle the night before while he's home alone, and then kill the nephew the day of on the way to the train. Yeah.
Mm.
Looks like we have a plan.
Awesome. Yeah, I do not have the spoons. I am feeling better, but I am still just kind of like dragged down from the headache. So sorry for the half session, everyone. But if we could kind of put a pin, and we'll start with murder time next week. It'll be fun.
Yay!
'Cause I
Can't
want-
wait to stab people.
I want it to be fun and, you know, good shenanigans and have that stuff, and I just don't have the energy to do like roleplay based stuff and describing combat and, you know, making it engaging. So I don't want it to be a bunch of rolls, you know, and the dice telling the whole story. My dogs can already sense that I'm ready to sign off. So thank you all for playing this week. I'm sure I'll feel better by next week. So I'll catch y'all later.
See you guys next week.
Bye.